childhood afternoon did not involve sitting 2 inches away from the TV and screaming.
पति की पति धूम मचाए सामने कोई
Did you even have a childhood? Okay, maybe you did. But today we are going on a massive, unfiltered trip down memory lane. I look back at the chaotic, brilliant, and sometimes downright weird Indian shows we grew up watching. We are talking pure nostalgia. So grab your snacks because we are ranking, roasting, and remembering the ultimate lineup of our childhood. Let's start with the undisputed king of Indian television, Chhota Bhim. Bro was out here solving geopolitical crises in Dholpur at age of 9 and his single-handed dependency on laddus, pure performance enhancing drugs, changed my mind one bite and boom, he's throwing a wild elephant into a orbit. And then, because one superhero was not enough, they gave us the sci-fi upgrade. Mighty Raju. Raju went from a normal kid to flying around Aryan Nagar in a jumpsuit. Honestly, we all secretly tried to drink that neutrino formula thinking we get superpowers. Spoiler alert, it was just warm milk and turmeric. Superpowers. Motu Patlu. The dynamic duo of Furfuri Nagar, Motu eats a single samosa and suddenly gains the muscle density of a WWE wrestler. The plot was always the same. John the Don steals something, Motu gets hungry, Patlu says, Motu, kuch to karo. Samosa happens, world saved, predictable. Yes. Did we watch it every single day? Absolutely. Now let's unlock some memories you probably forgot you had. Who remembers Chore Police? The classic cat and mouse chase, but make it completely local. Now let's talk about Titu. Titu was just all of us trying to avoid getting scolded by our parents while executing the most chaotic plans ever. But if we are talking about absolute golden mythological content, Krishna and Balaram was alive. The animation, the brotherhood, the action scenes, it actually felt epic. It had us all running around the house with plastic bows and arrows pretending to fight with demons. And the simple samosa, literally a show about living snacks defending Chatpata Nagar. A literally samosa was the hero. You can't make this stuff up. The creativity was wild. And of course, Veer the robot boy. He's got a human heart, a jetpack, and a robo suit, but still has to go to a primary school and listen to his teacher. Prioritizing education even when you can laser out of your hands, respect Veer. Now we enter the legendary tier, Krish, Trace and Balky Boy. The art style of this show was so unique, using traditional Indian folk art styles. It was beautifully eerie and entirely underrated. And speaking of legendary, roll number 21 Krish was the coolest reincarnation of Krishna ever. And Kanisk was the funniest principal or the demon king to ever exist. Mathura orphanage was a wild place to go to school. Since I'm driving this nostalgia bus, I'm adding a few personal favorites that shaped my childhood. First, Chote Anandi. A beautiful, heartwarming look at rural life that just hit different. Second, Kimonachi. The talking schoolbag who was an absolute menace, but we loved him anyway. And finally, undisputed, timeless, classic that literally started it all, The Jungle Book. Mowgli is the OG Indian animated icon period. And speaking about school time chaos, we have to talk about Bandbooth or Budbak. Badrinath and Budh Dev were the ultimate backbenchers. Every single episode was just them finding zero IQ ways to get kicked out of the class by Dubeji. It was basically a daily mirror reflection of my school life. Except they were much better at dealing with the Murga punishment than I ever was. But wait, if we are talking about absolute high octane spacing, who remembers Pakadam Pakarai? It was Indian direct answer to Ogie and the Cockroaches. You had Doggy Don, his brother Colonel, and those three evil mice, Chotu Motu and Lambu, constantly blowing up the house. The Hindi dubbing on this show was wild. They had characters speaking in mimicry voices of Bollywood actors like SRK and Sunny Deol, pure cinematic peak. While we are on the subject of light animation, let's talk about Little Krishna. Bro, the 3D animation on this show in 2009 was so ahead of its time. It looked like a high budget of Hollywood production. The action scene where Krishna defeats Aghasura or lifts Govardhan Hill gave all of us literal goosebumps. And right on the comedy side of mythology, we had Kumbhakarna. Two twin brothers from Ajab Gajapur. One was literal human tank who could sleep for 6 months, and the other was a tiny hyperactive kid who loved food and money. The dynamic between them was absolute comedy gold. But wait guys, do you remember the OG master of the magic? Ghatotkaч. That 2008 movie was a core memory. Little Ghattu and his elephant friend Gajju were an elite duo. He was this adorable, chubby little semi-demon prince who could fly, shift, and summon absolute magic out of nowhere. And the theme song!
मैं हूँ घटोत्कच, मैं दुनिया में सबसे निराला।
Admit it, you just sang that in your head. He literally carried the entire plot of the Mahabharata on his back when it come to the kids entertainment section. And if we are talking about cute, chubby mythological heroes who completely ruled our TV, we cannot leave out Bal Ganesh. The OG 2007 movie was masterpiece. Little Ganesha riding around on his tiny mouse friend Mushak, pulling pranks and eating endless mountain of modaks. Now let's talk about a hidden gem that was not just a cartoon, it was a literal art. Who remembers Arjun the Warrior Prince? The animation style was spectacular. The background score gave you literal goosebumps, and the way they showed Arjun's training and focus, mind blowing. It's sad because not enough people talk about it today, but if you watched it back then you knew Indian animation was capable of absolute greatness. And speaking of energy, training and epic face-offs, how many of you remember Kalari Caves? This show was set in Kalaripuram where they practiced the ancient Indian martial arts of Kalaripayattu. It had that unique local vibe and a mysterious magical jungle. It literally made all of us want to do high kicks and backflips off our living room sofa. Looking back, our childhood shows were chaotic, loud, and sometimes completely absurd, but they had so much heart. They made our afternoons magical. There is lots of cartoons that I have watched in my childhood, but in this video I have just covered the Indian cartoons that I have watched in my childhood. Maybe I forgot some Indian cartoons to cover in this video. Let me know in comment section. And don't forget to tell me about your favorite childhood show. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button if you felt a wave of nostalgia. And I will see you in the next one guys. Till then, bye bye.